Arsenal have lost in the Champions League. They've lost for the first time this season, and that was just disastrous. Hello and welcome to Up the Arsenal. So we have lost our second game in the Champions League to Lens 2-1, and what a poor performance that was. We started off great. We took the lead with Jesus' goal in the 14th minute, assisted by Saka, but I think that Saka injury is where it all went wrong. Yes, Saka did come off injured. Yes, they did equalise before Saka came off, but that means that we did not have Saka to help get us back into this game, and we did not score another goal after that. And now he could be missing for the Manchester City game. Now that is on Arteta. That was a ridiculous call. He could have set up the team differently. He could have set up the team more prepared. We have risked Saka. We've risked losing Saka, and for what? We have not got a win in this game. Of course, Lens had an equaliser on the 25th minute, followed by a winning goal in the 69th minute. The other game in our group has finished a draw. Thank goodness. PSV and Seville has finished 2-2. That was nearly a win to Seville, and if it was, we would have been sitting third in our group. But luckily, that has finished a draw. So we are sitting second in the group right now. Lens have taken a surprise lead in this group on 4 points. We are on 3. Of course, Seville is on 2, PSV is on 1, and we play Seville next. Twice. We play them away first and then at home. And we have to be winning both those games, and then we should be okay. Now let's talk about Raya. David Raya made a huge error in the Lens goal. He kicked the ball out, supposedly, but then Lens scored from Raya's error, from our error, and you have to question whether, David Raya is the right goalkeeper for the job now. Ramsdale has made mistakes, yes, but he looks a lot more better in situations like that. Raya was too far out of his goal, and he could not compose himself to save that. That was a huge error from David Raya in the game. Now you do have to question Arteta right now. He seems to be undoing all his great work, and his in-game management is poor. He makes substitutes too late, and sometimes they're not even the right substitutes. Bringing on Smith-Rowe was a good substitute, and Smith-Rowe looks absolutely brilliant when he came on, and he nearly got a goal. And you have to ask yourself the question, why is he not starting? Of course, Arteta did not make a sub until the 70th minute. It's becoming like Arsene Wenger now, and waiting until the 70th minute. It's just coming like, oh, it's the 70th minute, I need to make a sub. He is not being proactive in making subs, and it is absolutely getting unacceptable now, and it needs to improve. Arteta is undoing all his great work by the starting lineup, by changing the goalkeeper. Why do that? It doesn't seem to be working. We have a great goalkeeper in Ramsdale, and then he goes and brings in Raya. And, of course, he brings in Havertz as well. Does not seem to be doing the right things right now. Havertz was not terrible tonight, but he was not great either. I said we did not need Havertz. £65 million could have brought a striker, and that, once again, is what we are lacking tonight. We need a striker as a priority now. It cannot wait until summer. It has to be in January. Ivan Toney would probably match the bill and would be a good fit for Arsenal. So hopefully we will get that done. No excuses. No saying we don't have the money. We have to get it done. £65 million on Havertz was a waste of money when we needed a striker as a priority. Now, in the 80th minute, he brings on Nketiah. What has Nketiah done this season to warrant you bringing it on and saying, oh yeah, Arteta's going to... Nketiah is going to win us the game? No, he is not going to win us the game. Nketiah has been poor, dead poor in the last few games, and you put him on to try and win the game. That is not the right substitution at all. So our unbeaten record in all competitions has gone. We are now not unbeaten in all competitions. So that's us tonight. And also our away record has gone. We have been so good in away games this season, but tonight that has gone. Of course, it could be worse. In the other group, Manchester United lost the game tonight and they're now sitting bottom of the group on 0 points. They are in trouble. We just have to be thankful that the other game in our group did end a draw, because if it didn't, this could have been a totally different video. You know, we would have been sitting third and we would have been in trouble as well. Now, Saka's injury. Why did Arteta start Saka tonight? Was there a need to start Saka tonight and risk him? Because if he is now out for the Manchester City game, that is going to be a huge advantage to Manchester City and a huge disappointment to us. It's going to be terrible. We won't have Saka or Martinelli for the Manchester City game, for the biggest game of the season. We have a chance to go above Manchester City, and we could have just blown it tonight. Arteta could have just blown it tonight, and he needs to stop being so stubborn and playing everybody. One thing for certain, though, we cannot let Saka go to international duty. He needs a rest. It's a bloody friendly game in it, and you know, it's just stupid to go to international duty like that. He will need a rest from international break. We know what Southgate's like. They play him in both games, and he does need a rest in that. That's if he is available for the Manchester City game. We don't know what is going on right now. Now, Thomas Partey is back. Yes, he was on the bench tonight. Thank goodness he is back. As long as Arteta's not going to play him as a bloody right back again, we need to see a Rice and Partey midfield, hopefully in the Manchester City game. But you have to question, why was he on the bench? Because he was not used tonight. So you have to question, was he actually fit enough to be on the bench? Because probably could have done with him coming on. However, Bruno Smith-Rowe was a good choice. And I said Smith-Rowe looked absolutely brilliant when he came on the pitch. But yes, I would like to see a Rice and Partey midfield. Maybe even Smith-Rowe starting against Manchester City if Saka's going to be out. It's going to be an interesting lineup, but we'll talk about that in the preview. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. Thank you for watching Up the Arsenal. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video. I'll see you in the Manchester City preview. Come on, Arsenal. You got to win against City.